Hello, it's Bonnie from Everything Country CA, and today I have another display for you. This time it's my collection of Royal Albert autumn roses. I was very fortunate to receive this as my wedding pattern, and an 8-place setting is what I was able to get for part of my wedding collection. And just wanted to talk a little bit about the Royal Albert Autumn Roses pattern. It was started in 1981, and I think they ended about 1998. So it is discontinued, and I've been really lucky to keep mine in pristine condition. I haven't had to replace any of the pieces, but I do have a full 8-place setting. So I've got the 8 pieces for the dinnerware plates, and then I have the 8 teacups and saucers. You can see at the top there I have the gravy boat beside some of the plates and teacups and saucers. I just fell in love with this pattern because of the colors. There's the pink and there's a bit of an orange colored rose, as well as the grays and a little bit of blue, a hint of blue in there. If you can see it in some of the leaves. It's just a beautiful pattern. And it has the Montrose shape from Royal Albert, and then the gilded gold trim. So in my set, I also have the cream and sugar. I don't have the tray that goes under the cream and sugar, but that's something I could look for in the future. And so on this shelf, I also have more of the plates and teacups and saucers. And then I also have a sandwich tray at the back. There's the lovely teapot. Isn't that beautiful? I just love it. And then I have the salt and pepper shakers. I have the little side plates for the bread plates. And then I have the dessert bowls. And then also I have a butter dish. Here, isn't that beautiful? And then I have a large turkey platter at the back, and the dinner soup bowls, and then of course the little side plates here for lunch, and then there's also the serving bowl. So there's a couple pieces I probably could add to my collection. I don't have the cake plate, and there's a couple other things that you can get. You can get other trays, other meat platters, etc. Of course, you can also find a coffee pot in this set, as well as coffee mugs and other pieces. And there's Brandy barking again. But I think I'm fine. I've been able to keep this one in pretty good condition just by not putting it in the dishwasher. I always wash it by hand, and that's kind of what I do with all of my china. I don't put any of them in the dishwasher, and that really helps. And then on the bottom here, I also included my serving cake knife. That was part of my wedding set. So anyway, I just combined it with a few fall items. These are great colors for the fall, and that's why it's called Autumn Roses. And I added a few of the pine cones from the backyard, and then a couple of other pink items just to go with it. That new depression glass serving tray that I recently bought, or candy dish, and a couple of other these posies, little pink posies. But it's definitely a great set for fall, and one of the most loved patterns of Royal Albert. This is the only set of Royal Albert that I have that's complete. or it is the most complete anyway. I'm still working on my American Beauty collection, as well as my yellow tea rose collection by Royal Albert. And I'm hoping to complete those eventually, as well as I do have the purple violets pattern by Royal Albert, and that one I'll also work on the side. So stay tuned for more on those, but I think the next big display we'll be doing will be my ironstone display. And that's the autumn roses, and I just love it, and I've used it so much over the years, but I've also kept it mostly for special occasions, and then we use that turkey platter for Thanksgiving and Christmas. So I hope you like this display, and if you like my videos, I really appreciate a like or a comment, because that really helps and encourages me to keep going, and also tells me that you like my videos. So thanks for watching, and I'll be back next week with another video. See you then.